What's up? What's up? What's up, family? Good afternoon. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing. We're glad in it. Today is Thursday, October the 26th, 2023. And we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. I want to say welcome all of you to the Ramonepreston Show. Today I'm going to be talking about a very important word, strategy. And I'm going to give you my personal and professional definition for strategy. It's an extremely important word, and I believe strategy is by far one of the most critical keys to business success. So please do me a quick favor before we get into all the details of today's show. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and make sure you tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know that the Ramonepreston Show is live. Me and my squad, we're here in the beautiful Buckhead community of the ATL. And you, my friends, are watching the Ramonepreston Show. Also, I want you to put in the comments what city you're watching us from. All of my Instagram family watching through my phone, which, by the way, if you're watching on Instagram through my phone, I do not have my charger with me. I only have a little bit of life. So at some point within this 30-minute window, my phone might go dead. So if you're interested in continuing to watch the show, if I'm talking about something that gets your interest, you're going to have to go over to our streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, formerly known as Twitter. So we stream through those other platforms. Instagram doesn't allow us to use our stream with our camera and our technology. I have to set it up on my phone. That's why the words are always backwards from Instagram. But nevertheless, if you want to continue watching for some reason on Instagram, if the phone goes dead, all you have to do is go over to YouTube or Facebook, type in Ramonepreston, and the live will come up. So welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ramonepreston. I'm your host of the Ramonepreston Show. Every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, I just come here as an entrepreneur to share information with you. Yes, of course, I have a business built around business and financial consulting, coaching, and education. We provide those services and programs for clients, for mentees, and for students. But I'm an entrepreneur. And a lot of times the information that I share on this show live is information that I wish somebody shared with me 20 years ago when I was just starting out as an entrepreneur, thinking about becoming a millionaire, thinking about having a successful business, thinking about having a staff and being able to pay myself and make sure that my wife was good. I had all those dreams 20 years ago, but I didn't have a whole lot of information. Back when I started as an entrepreneur 20 years ago, we didn't have social media like we have it. We didn't have free information available. It just wasn't the same. All y'all that have lived beyond 20 years know what I'm talking about. It was not the same in 2003. We were depending on books. We were depending on libraries. We were still depending on, information that may have come through other sources, but it wasn't as readily available. So with that being said, again, please put in the comments what city you watch me from. And if you have any questions while I'm live, feel free to drop the questions in the comments. I have a team. We call them our Millionaire concierge because they help assist our millionaire mentees who are in our mentorship program. They help assist our students who are in our Millionaire Blueprint educational program, and they help to assist our community. So at any time in the show, if you look in the comments, you're going to see people conversing, and some of these people are the Millionaire concierge that we have here on our team. At the end of today's show, you're going to also see a number inside of the comment section, and that number you can text or call, and someone is always available to answer any question you have about something we talk about something you're doing in your business, or maybe about some program or service or support you need. Okay, so today I want to talk about the keyword strategy, because I believe strategy is by far the most critical key to business success. The key word is strategy. And I'm going to give you my definition for strategy, because everybody got their own definition for strategy. Everybody looks at strategy different. This is a very important word that I have studied for over 20 years. And I remember the first time I started doing a word search on strategy and looking at the etymology or the origination of the word strategy from a biblical perspective, from a historical perspective, from a business perspective. I realized that, number one, a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs, do not understand the power of the word strategy. And number two, if you don't understand the power of the word strategy, you're probably not utilizing it correctly to see success in specific areas of your life, particularly in your business and or in your finances. So today I'm talking about strategy, the critical key to business success. So if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur and you really want to experience business success, there are so many keys to success that we can talk about. There's so many moving parts to becoming financially free, personally debt-free, becoming a millionaire, having a successful business, generating enough revenue to grow that business. I mean, there are countless keys and factors that play into that happening. However, I personally believe and professionally believe, and I've got proof to show it, that strategy is by far the most critical key to your business success. Strategy. Now, of course, we could get into, oh, well, you got to focus on sales. You got to focus on marketing. You got to focus on getting your structure right. You got to focus on branding. You got to focus on your funnel and your website, all those things. But they all fall, I believe, under the umbrella or the banner of this keyword strategy. Now, I want to give you what my definition of strategy is, and I think once you see my definition, you'll see why I see it as a critical key to business success. Because strategy to me has like 3 layers. All right. You can't just look at strategy and say, oh, strategy is this or strategy is just that. I think strategy has 3 layers. OK, so let me give you my version of what I believe strategy is. OK, and I'm going to give you my three layered version. So the first layer for strategy to me is specialized knowledge. Okay, and we'll talk about each of these because, again, anything that you mention that you think is a key to success in your business or your finances is probably going to fall under one of these 3 things that are under the banner or the umbrella of strategy. So specialized knowledge is one aspect of strategy. And then discipline is another one. And execution. So you have knowledge, you have discipline, and you have execution. It's simple as that. And I mean, again, if you break each one down, you'll see where, oh, wow, this changes how I see strategy as a critical key to business success. All right. So if you're taking notes, let me write it again. My version of strategy is 3-fold. Okay. We got knowledge, specialized knowledge. We got discipline. And then we got execution. I promise you this, if you understand strategy the way I understand it and the way most, if not all of the successful people that I have been around and that I have heard explain their version of strategy, if you learn it this way, it's going to change It's going to change everything about the level of success that you want. It's going to change everything about what you're doing in your business. And most likely, it's going to change your financial situation. It's going to change your revenue, your income, your bank account. And I think if you're in business, if you want to be in business, if you want to be financially free, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be financially or economically successful, I think if that's what you want, then this is going to be important to you. All right, so let's look at it. If strategy is a critical key or the critical key to your success as an entrepreneur, and I'm saying strategy should be defined and described or understood by you as knowledge, discipline, and execution. So you cannot say you are utilizing strategies. You cannot say you are participating in the right strategy if that strategy that you're utilizing or participating in is not made up of these three things. All right? Because I don't think you can have a successful strategy if that strategy is not made up of these three things. This is why in today's world especially, you got a lot of entrepreneurs, you got a lot of wantrepreneurs, you got a lot of influencers and social media personalities who have a lot of knowledge, but they don't have discipline and they don't have execution. And then you got a lot of good people on the planet who have a lot of discipline and execution, but they don't have knowledge. Or they have a lot of knowledge, a lot of execution, and they don't have a lot of discipline. I don't think you can really, truly have the right success strategy if you don't have all three. Now, you might disagree with me on that, but hey, give me your opinion when it's time for you to give me your opinion. Because I think you got to have all three. Now, if you want success in business, you need to focus on getting all three. So let's go through all three. Earlier, I said specialized knowledge. Why specialized knowledge is important? Because you have to learn the specific things that are relative to your success in business. So when I say specialized knowledge, for example, if you want to learn about real estate and you want to be a successful real estate investor or agent or in any area or industry, getting the general knowledge can enlighten you. Understanding the world of real estate can enlighten you. It can make you aware of a lot of things. It can open you up. But if you don't get specialized knowledge in certain things that you know you want to target to do, that specialized knowledge is probably going to include contracts and paperwork and who needs to be involved in certain aspects of deals and how things need to be worded and how do you structure certain deals. If it's in business, just getting general knowledge about business is not going to necessitate or guarantee your business success. All right? But if you get specialized knowledge in business, meaning that if you start breaking certain knowledge down about business, how to structure my business, what type of structure I want, how to utilize systems and technologies and automations, how to specifically work on developing the right products and services and packaging them right. All of these are specific, specialized areas in business that if you don't understand and you just start a business and you think you're going to go out there and make a lot of money and build a business, you're going to find yourself failing and you're going to find yourself frustrated. So again, the first part of strategy is knowledge, and I would say specialized knowledge. So there are certain areas in business that are specific to what you do that you need to become extremely knowledgeable on, okay? Even when it comes to the type of products and services that you sell in your business, I think you should focus on being more of a specialist than a generalist. Now, a lot of people don't like branding themselves or marketing themselves, or in my words, positioning themselves in the marketplace for certain specialized areas because they think it's going to close them off to other opportunities, when I think it gives you more of a demand. It really gives you more of a demand. It's kind of like walking into a hallway and there are like 5 doors and all the doors are painted black, and then this one door is painted red. And then the one door that's painted red has on it, you can only come in here if you meet this criteria of A, B, C, D. And then the other 4 doors are like anybody can come in, right? When you get in that hall and you look at those 5 doors and you see the 4 black ones and then the 1 red one, even if you walk in the 4 doors that you can easily walk in your mind, you thinking, man, I wonder what's behind that red door. Wow, man, in order for you to get in that door, you got to meet this criteria, A, B, C, D. It's at least going to make you think that there must be some more value to that red door than there are to the 4 doors. Are y'all understand what I'm saying? So getting specialized knowledge on how you're structuring your business, how you're packaging your products and services, how you're integrating the right systems and processes, you got to get specialized knowledge. Don't just get general knowledge, because the general knowledge, if you got it and everybody else has it, it's not going to give you the leverage that you need or the competitive advantage you need to get out into the marketplace and make a splash and make an impact. And it's not going to set you up to really have strategy. So everything that you do in business, everything that you do in your finances, it should be built around having the right strategy. Number one, that's a part of having knowledge that is specialized, specific knowledge. Don't just be around here gathering knowledge and you never get specialized knowledge about certain things that you might not see on the surface, okay? Number 2, discipline. Discipline. This is about daily habits. So you could become the most knowledgeable person about anything in the world, but if you ain't got no discipline, you ain't gonna last long in this game, okay? You are not gonna last long in this game. And I want you to understand there's a difference between discipline and execution. Discipline, we're just talking about you developing daily habits, you getting in the habit and building a mental and a physical or a financial and professional muscle to do certain things consistently over long periods of time. So a lot of people, they get knowledge about certain things in business, they get knowledge about sales and marketing, they get knowledge about products and services, they get knowledge about entrepreneurship, they get knowledge about investing, and what happens? They get all that knowledge, and because they're not disciplined, they don't have the daily habits to stick with it long enough to get results. So over the course of time, they burn out. Over the course of time, they check out. I always tell my students and my mentees, especially my mentees that I talk to on a weekly basis, always tell them, if all you do is just keep showing up consistently over long periods of time as an entrepreneur, you're going to beat out most entrepreneurs, even if they're your competition. You're going to beat them out just showing up, because you might not be the smartest entrepreneur. You might not have the best products and services. You might not have all the resources and money to support your marketing and your exposure. But I promise you, I am living proof. I'm living proof that if you're just willing to get the knowledge and then get disciplined to show up and be consistent over long periods of time, you're going to beat out most of your competition. This is one of the reasons why 9 out of 10 businesses fail over time, because they can't hang in there long enough. And it's not just because they ain't got the money or the working capital or people ain't buying their products and services. It's a lot of times because they don't have the right knowledge, number one, but then they don't have the right discipline. They don't have daily habits. So I know entrepreneurs who are doing things similar to what I do. And they started out with me thinking about doing a lot of things that I started doing. And they fell off within a month or two. They fell off within a year or two. And I'm still grinding. I'm still holding on. There are things that I wanted to do 20 years ago when I started my entrepreneurial journey. I didn't have the money to do. I didn't have the resources, the connections. I really didn't even have all the knowledge. But one thing I did have was the discipline to show up every day, because I always felt like struggling as an entrepreneur is better for me than struggling as an employee. So I would rather struggle as an entrepreneur than as an employee, because I'm going to struggle either way. And everybody's not built for that. But again, I'm talking to y'all who want to be free financially, you want to build a successful business, then you got to get specialized knowledge. You can't keep thinking you're going to eat like, when you just follow people on social media and watch a lot of YouTube videos, because I do it too now. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I follow people on social media. But even though I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I follow people on social media, I have a mentor. I have a couple mentors. I have people that I pay to take courses from. I do all that stuff too. But my point is, I do it for specialized knowledge. I'm not just getting general information. Like there's a lot of stuff about business and investing and entrepreneurship that I don't know nothing about. You know why I don't know nothing about it? Because I'm not paying attention to it. I'm paying attention to get knowledge in specialized areas that I know fit the criteria for what I want to accomplish in my life. If something is needed, then I pull it in. All right? But then you got the discipline. You got to get discipline. And most of the times, if you get more knowledge, you will become more disciplined. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why I'm a teacher at heart. I love to teach people. Like, I've always been a teacher since I've become an entrepreneur and a preacher. That is just something that came natural to me, teaching people, right? But here's what I've learned as a student, and here's what I've learned as a teacher. If you don't have discipline, if you don't have financial discipline, but if you start getting knowledge about finances, it will influence your discipline. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't always have to have the discipline before you get the knowledge. Because I hear people say, well, I'm just not ready to start taking courses yet. I'm not ready to get mentored and coached yet. What you're saying is, I'm going to wait until I'm disciplined and have better habits before I get knowledge. You're doing it backwards. You should get the knowledge. The knowledge will influence and provoke you to get disciplined. Because you hear people always say, when you know better, you do better. So a lot of times you're not going to do better if you don't know better. So if you stay undisciplined, it's probably because you stay ignorant. You're not knowledgeable. So I would say, start getting the knowledge, start learning, start educating yourself about the things that are going to benefit you being successful. You shouldn't just be listening to everything. You need to focus on what's going to get me more money, what's going to get me more successful, what's going to help me grow my business. All that other stuff I'm not worried about. There are other people who know that stuff. I don't need to know that. I need to know enough to start making money, getting successful, and growing as a person and for my business or my finances. Then it's going to influence my disciplines. And then the next part of strategy is execution. Now you got to be willing to execute. Listen, if you're watching this show, I'm talking about the critical key to business success. When I say business success, it might not be you owning a business. It could just be you being a business and just becoming successful financially. But I promise you, if you want real success, you gonna have to learn how to develop the right strategies. And the only way you're gonna develop the right strategies if you have knowledge that's specialized, discipline, daily habits, and execution. Execution is about taking massive actions. If you ain't taking massive actions, you ain't going nowhere. So you can have all the knowledge, all the discipline, you wake up every morning, you pray, you work out, you eat right, but if you ain't executing on the knowledge that you got to make more money, to save and store more money, to multiply, to grow your business, to sell, to market, if you're not doing that every day, it ain't gonna happen. So I would love to get some feedback from all of you that's watching. Give me some feedback. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was and if this helped you to see strategy different. Everybody have their own definition for what strategy is. Again, for me, I have learned that strategy is about having knowledge, discipline, and execution. And if you pair those three together, if you get specialized knowledge in certain areas, if you develop a mental muscle, a financial muscle, a business muscle, a physical muscle with daily habits, and if you take massive action, it's nothing you can't accomplish. It's nothing you can't accomplish. But you have to be willing to and wanting to get this. And this ain't gonna happen overnight. It may take you some time. I'm a proponent of education. I'm a proponent of information. And that's why I put programs like my Millionaire Mentorship program together, because this program gives you 1 year to engineer $1 million business. It don't mean you're gonna make $1 million in a year. I've never had a student that have joined my mentorship program and in 1 year made $1 million, at least yet. I haven't had that happen yet. But I've had many of people who have joined this program since we launched it, who have engineered $1 million businesses because they put their structures together the right way. They put their systems and processes together. They created the right products and services. They packaged them right. And how did they do all that? They learned how to market. They learned how to sell. They learned how to put scripts together. They learned how to become more professional in their presentations and how to operate the day-to-day activities of their business. How did they learn to do all that? They learned that because they got knowledge. They informed themselves. They educated themselves. You will never go no further than your level of knowledge. So if you're not willing to invest in your knowledge, and again, maybe you feel like, you know what, I don't need to pay for coaching and I don't need to pay for education. Well, guess what? How is it helping you just watching YouTube videos? Is it helping you? Are you successful yet? If you're not, then maybe it's because you need more support. You need more coaching. I used to think that. My ego used to be in my way. And for years, I thought I could read enough books, study enough, watch enough videos, do enough research to break certain financial thresholds myself. And I kept hitting a ceiling. I kept running into a brick wall. And I realized that my problem was I needed specialized knowledge. I needed discipline, more discipline. I needed to be around people who could help me get to that place. And the moment I did that, it changed everything. So again, we have a Millionaire Mentorship program. We have all the education, all the workshops, the boot camps, the coaching, the support that you would need to engineer $1 million business. If you're interested in knowing more about our program, or if you just have questions that you would like to ask about what you think your business can do or what you're looking at putting together for your business, I want you to look in the comments. I told y'all this earlier. Inside of the comments, you're going to see my Millionaire concierge have put in the comments a number with a name, mentor. You can take that number and text the word mentor to that number and we'll reach back out to you. I appreciate all of you for watching the show. I appreciate all of you for supporting the movement, for us to want to help our people. That's a part of our ministry. It's our mission. It's our assignment. I believe God has given me an assignment, a mission, a mandate, a calling to educate my people and to help my people. Now, some people may say, well, if God gave you that, why are you charging people? Well, a part of my God-given assignment is to run a business. So I have to have a business. I have staff I have to pay. I got responsibilities. So we have to make sure that we're financing our operation as well. But at the same time, the information I give, the support I give, the coaching and the consulting and the education and training, the stuff that I give to people who pay for our programs or who don't pay, it's way more valuable than what people pay anyway, because I'm always sharing information. I'm always supporting. We make ourselves available all the time. But again, if you have any questions about your business, you might be working on something and you're just trying to figure out what the next steps you need to take, look in the comments. Feel free to text the word mentor. Even if you don't want to join our program, I'll still answer your question about your business. My team will tell you. My students, people who have done business with me, will tell you that you don't have to pay for something for me to give you an answer, for me to get on the phone with you. I make myself as available as much as I can, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. But if you text the word mentor to the number you see in the comments, what that tells me and my team is you've watched the show and you're taking me up on an offer to get questions answered or to know more about what we do here at Ramonepreston Enterprises. So thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining the show. Be sure to like, share. Be sure to visit my YouTube page and subscribe, because we want to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank y'all for joining the show. Appreciate y'all. Have an amazing Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, right here, my friends, on the Ramonepreston Show.